raised up here, they are as important as any other thing. Chairperson, as I was sitting, a student said to me, my school is closed. I was pierced. That touched me very well when the student said to me, my school is closed, and what to do. When someone asked the question and said, what is the ministry going to do with those students? I was more than...
This is the month of goodness. This is the month of giving. This is the month we reflect upon our lives and spell the name of Allah to fill our souls with faith and love with every step we take, with every smile. We are a nation with a bright future that we walk towards. Hand in hand, as one. We are Africa. Ramadan Mubarak.
الصلاة والسلام عليك.
بسم الله dog jotna fi ci Banjul ak liko wër
baadi ngolu sunte sita banjun sate kono jang ani min badandangola
musibbe julbe waktu tajugol yoni do e Banjul e ko taari Banjul.
اللهم لك سمنا وبك آمنا وعلى رزقك أفترنا فاغفر لنا ما قدمنا وما أقرنا ذهب الظمأ وابتلت العروق وثبت الأجر إن شاء الله. Africell ñoo leen doon may seen programme dog bi di leen ñaanal koor gu Yàlla nangu.
Said, I am happy now. This is why I'm recommending. I think that time the POS was planning in 1992, when Minda also operated for 2 to 3 years, and then the planning decided let it be closed and move to the ministry. What a wonderful decision that thing is. Look at Minda now. This is why my PS and minister and DPS are disclosed. The chairperson has a big concern with the summit school and said to me, PS, so sorry, he said, he doesn't want to name, I said, but each time I'm there, I'll help you to mention it, and I'm sure the ministry will do something. I'm suggesting there are some schools, private schools particularly, we know land is very expensive, and there are organizations, sometimes it's the community people who gave them the land to operate, as a private school is happening in this country. If they can't work because of finance and management, I'm suggesting my minister is here and all the DPS, why not talk to the community and those organizations and bring those schools to government and let them function from the 17th of September. So the issue of those students sitting confused and their parents will even be over, my minister. I think that's the correct suggestion. But then I am sure the list that you have given to those schools with those conditions to operate, I can say from here to September 17, some will meet the target. Some give me 2020, they will not meet those conditions. Because some people have even personalized those schools. So it's important that I'm suggesting, I'm touched because when the student told me, mention the name of the school to me, but I think as we go along, the problem will be solved, hence of course the cream of the ministry are here. And the other issue that the minister mentioned, the role of the parents. Very astonishing if you look at these buildings here. A nursery school in Cabinet and San, and we still accept it and we take our children there. And we don't even take the trouble Most of them, as the minister said, even to pay fees, when we put it to percentage, at my school, 47% are boys, representing 625. The girls are 53, representing 703 girls. We put it in percentage terms. 89% of the people who come to visit our schools are women, the mothers. Again, for paying fees, 99%, 96.1% of those who come to pay is given to students to come to school to pay. Some will come to say, I gave the school fees to my child to come to pay, but they didn't bring the receipt. After collecting this child from the class, the fee is not even in school. Then how would you actually know what is happening in those schools? Cabinet and Sal, Bidik, in a Bidik, I'm saying, we saw the photos. Would you tell me that you will put your child in a vehicle, just stop there, ask the child to go in that school, and then even you come to collect, you will not even have the time to go inside. As parents, it's our responsibility to make those things don't occur. Why the Gambia? We must repeat. Why the Gambia? Why just open schools that way? But I'm very convinced that now, that's why I always said CCM is one of the wonderful achievements of the ministry. All these issues came, I think it was in Region 1 here, and now things are taking up. And my last one is the international levels, let them be moved even before September. You see, Minister, sometimes you and PS, you are too diplomatic, and I think it's important you be diplomatic. But there are a few things it doesn't work. Let the international levels be moved. Jaguar International Basic International School. These are some of the parents are convinced by just the level. Can we look at the walls here? Who would like your child to be treated for the whole day in such type of a building? Thank you very much. I don't want to go further.
I have just a few suggestions. Religion is something very sensitive. And what we are witnessing today is that we see many churches coming up. Sunday, there are churches, they have service there. Monday, automatically, they turn into classrooms. Wednesday, it's a prayer group. Saturday, they have choir practice. I know, as I said before, religion is sensitive, but I would like to suggest that the Christian Council and the Supreme Islamic Council should be invited to forums like this. It is true, when Christianity started, we had parochial schools, schools that were attached to churches, because the missionaries, when they came, used these schools to propagate their religion. But I don't think it is right. I feel it is sacrilegious for a church to be used as a school simultaneously. A school should be a school and a church should be a church. Any corner you go inside Region 1, you have a church there. And I doubt whether these churches are even registered. That is why I suggested that the Christian Council should have been here so that we know those churches that are registered. I want to thank the Department of Basic and Secondary Education for the partnership between FNET and the Department of State. I was really concerned when it was mentioned that some schools were going to be closed. But my fears were allayed when the permanent secretary said, even if those schools are closed, those children who are going to be affected will be placed in other schools. Something was mentioned about the partnership between non-Gambians and Gambians to open schools. I realized that, I started to be corrected, that most of the schools that are being opened, private schools, in quotes, are run by non-Gambians. It is true that non-Gambians are contributing tremendously towards education in this country. But then, I have also noticed that